Hi, this is Julianne Price, and welcome to Beauty with a Cause blog. Today we're talking about winterizing your skin, and as an added bonus we're also going to add winterizing your hair. Right now it's fall, it's my favorite season, but you know what's coming, the dreaded winter. When you're cooped up indoors, it's warm, it's dry. If you go outside, you're battling the elements, it's very cold, you're bundled up. There's so many things that are attacking your skin and causing damage, and you wind up with the alligator skin and the cracked lips. But there are some simple things that you can do to protect your skin and avoid having some of that damaging elements get in there and do its job. So first off, let's just start with a few simple tips. When you get up in the morning, I know that the urge is there to take a very, very hot shower. If you can tone it down just a little bit, that will help. The heat is going to tend to irritate your skin and dry it out even more. And then if you can stand this is probably the toughest tip I have to give you, is try a little hydrotherapy. At the end of your shower, the last minute or two, try turning the water down to fairly cool and then to maybe moderately warm and then back to cool, and do that a few times, about 5-10 seconds at each interval. It will just it's like hydrotherapy. It'll energize your skin, it'll get your blood flowing, which is so healthy for your skin. And I know it's very tough. It's not an easy thing. Nobody wants to feel cold water, but it'll also make you more alert. It really gets your circulation going. So if you can do that, it's a nice little hydrotherapy for your skin. Once you're done with your shower, actually before we move on to leaving the shower, you should definitely exfoliate still, even in the winter. I recommend twice a week use a dead salt scrub, because you're going to have dead skin. It's just the clothing, everything's not going to give it a chance to come off your body. So you really want to exfoliate and get that skin off. It'll prevent itching. And then when you're out of the shower, definitely use a moisturizer. Use something very natural. I know when you surf the web, you're going to find people recommending things like petroleum jelly, which just scares me in this day and age. But you really want to use something natural. One of the best natural moisturizers is honey. And we use a natural honey moisturizer at Beauty with a Cause, which is it's great. It's toxin free. You're going to do a great job for your skin, and use something natural to moisturize it. I also recommend using a lip balm. Even if you wear lipstick, apply that lip balm underneath and carry it with you, because all day long you're going to be eating and drinking and just moisturizing your lips, and you just need that lip balm with you. And if you want to use a natural, that's fine. Just make sure that you keep them covered up, because there's nothing worse than having cracked, dry lips. Once you get that crack going, you just feel it all day long, so do what you can to avoid it in the beginning. As you're getting dressed, keep in mind to wear layers. When you go to, when you get up in the morning, obviously you're cold. It's the coldest part of the day. But when you get to work, you might be in a very dry office, and then you may be going in and out, going out for lunch or going out to run errands. So you're going to want to have enough layers that you can take off and put back on as you need to. What you want to do is try to keep your body at a moderate temperature and avoid overheating. When you overheat, your skin gets irritated and then you'll start to itch. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to keep your skin nice and calm and soothed throughout the day. So again, wear layers if you can. And avoid wool. That's another one that's very itchy. If you're going to wear a wool sweater, then wear a turtleneck underneath. And when you're out wearing your gloves, try to avoid wool gloves. And I definitely recommend, whenever you go out, to wear gloves. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's not that cold, I'm not going to wear gloves. Just keep in mind that your hands don't have the same amount of oil glands as the rest of your body, so they don't have the natural defenses that the rest of your body will have. So wearing gloves just gives them that little extra protection. And no, you're not going to be a wimp if your hands are nice and soft and you don't have cracked skin. It's all going to be worth it. Throughout the day, one of the easiest things you can do is drink water. Now, I know you've heard this, but how many of you are actually doing it? You have to drink plenty of water. There's only so much you can do to protect your skin on the outside. The real moisturizing work is done from the inside, and that's where you need to hydrate with water. And if you can add lemon, that's that much better for you, because lemon will help detox your system. You really want to get the toxins out. They'll just clog up your pores and make you more irritated. So wash it out, rinse your body from the inside by drinking plenty of water, or even drink tea if you want with honey, and lemon was another great way to keep your skin healthy from the inside. Also, if you're in a very dry environment, I recommend humidifiers if you have one, or if you have like a wood stove, you can put a teapot on it. Just something to keep the air moisturized. When you wake up in the morning and you're all dried out, that same thing is happening to your skin. You feel like, oh, I can't breathe, my nose is so stuffed up from the air. Your skin's getting stuffed up too. So you got to do what you can to protect it and moisturize it. At night, you might be tempted to take a really hot bath if you've had a cold day or even a stressful day. And what I'd say is just back off a little bit on that temperature. Try to take it a lukewarm if you can still get the same benefit out of it. And use like an oatmeal or maybe a baking soda in your tub to, again, soothe your skin. Just give it a little bit of gentleness and moisturize it from, you know, a more of a relaxing, calming effect than you need to do with anything harsh, you know, like bath, you know, if people put bubble bath in there. Well, that's just going to dry your skin out. That's just soap. So use oatmeal or use baking soda to soothe your skin. And then there's a few things you can do at night to give yourself a little extra benefit. I recommend using a night cream. Something like Magic Cream or Anti-Axe are great. They're oil-based, so they're really going to moisturize your skin. Again, you're going to have a little bit of a shine. I'm sorry, there's not much we can do about that, but you're going to notice in the morning how much moisture, how much smoother your skin feels in the morning. And I would recommend when you do wash your face, use a milk cleanser if you have one, or something, again, that's very gentle. Avoid the soaps. Anything that foams a lot is going to dry out your skin, where a milk cleanser is more of a cream-based and it's not going to be harsh. And you'll notice the difference when you touch your face, it won't be dry at all. One thing I will say about milk cleansers is they don't clean as deeply. So you're definitely going to need to remove your eye makeup with some kind of gentle remover. And you're also going to possibly need to use a toner, depending on how much makeup you wear, to remove any leftover residue. Because milk cleansers tend to be very gentle, and they're not going to be clean as deep as some of the other cleansers you might be using. So again, follow that up with something like a moisturizing cream at night, like a night cream. And if you're the type of person that does a lot of face masks or scrubs, I would say space them out. Do them a lot less frequently during the winter, because masks and scrubs tend to dry out your skin. And you do still need to remove the dead skin, but really space it out. Don't do it quite as often. Your skin doesn't need it in the winter as much as it does in the summer. One last tip that you could do is if you have those feet that often get dried and cracked, people in the winter aren't concerned with their pedicures. They tend to drop them. But that's when a lot of damage happens to your feet. So what I recommend is to really put on maybe even a night cream on your feet and then put socks on, just to keep the moisture in there and keep them from cracking. If you're out and you have wet gloves and wet socks, and make sure that as soon as you get in you take them off, because that's where the cracking really happens. When your hands stay in something wet, they get very irritated. So again, take that off. Make sure when you come in that you have the chance to let your skin dry out. Apply a moisturizer. Again, something natural like a honey moisturizer is perfect. And my last tip for you as far as skincare, and my favorite tip, is get plenty of sleep. I love this tip. I love sleeping. When in winter you come home, it's dark, and you kind of lose track of time because it's always dark. And all of a sudden you realize it's 11, 12 o'clock and you're still running around doing things. Try to make a point at 10 o'clock to hit the sack. Just get into bed and allow yourself to start relaxing. Your body does so much healing at night, and you need to give it that chance. You know, the beauty rest, there is something to that. So make sure you give your body a chance to relax during the nighttime and rejuvenate. And when it comes to your hair, think of all the things your body's going through. Well, your hair is going through the same drying effects. So there's a few things you can do. The first one's very simple. Don't shampoo as often as you're used to. Put an extra day in there. So if you shampooed every other day, go every 2 or 3 days now. Just space it out. The shampoo is going to tend to dry your hair out. So giving it that little extra day will help keep moisture in just that much more. When you do wash your hair, work the conditioner in. Really work it into the ends of your hair to keep it from breaking and cracking. That will do a little bit more to help keep the moisture in. And when you blow dry your hair, make sure you're blow drying it down. You want to keep the cuticle closed as much as possible, and that keeps the moisture in. Use a smoothing serum if you're going to be doing anything with like a flat iron, or if you're blow drying your hair. Again, to keep that cuticle smooth and keep your hair from getting damaged, frizzy, and breaking. Also, if you have one of those ionic hair dryers, those are great. They will keep the static from building up in your hair. And again, your goal is to have a smooth cuticle. So again, so it keeps it from being damaged and it keeps the moisture in as much as possible. So there you have some very easy tips for winterizing your skin and winterizing your hair. And I hope you'll take some of these to heart. Maybe you won't do all of them, but if you can do a couple of them, that will get you a head start. And then when summer comes, you won't have to undo the damage of the winter skin. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you at the next time. And have a happy fall and a nice winter. Take care.